Number 7, Christy Dunaway says, if the Holy Spirit gives tongues, how is it that anyone uses it against the will of God if the Spirit only does what the Father wills? For example, misusing it in church services. So there's a few different possible answers to this question, Christy, that we can consider. One would be that tongues is, in my opinion, one of the easiest gifts to fake, because as long as there's no interpretation, you could just spout gibberish and nobody around you, at least in a charismatic environment, would know the difference of whether you were speaking really in tongues or just spouting gibberish. So there's a sense in which it would be like, well, that would be very easy to fake. And there wouldn't be something easy to like prove, demonstrate whether that thing was real or not. Okay. That's one of the reasons why, how someone could use it if it's against the will of God. But another possibility is that tongues, and I'm very open to this, is that tongues itself is an ability you have, and not that every single moment of speaking tongues is a divine utterance, meaning that each word you're saying is from the Lord. So somebody who, let's say, has a gift of speaking in tongues, and they can do this in their own private connection with God. They can perhaps, here's the theory, they can engage in this as they choose, as they will, and so then that enables them to do so in a disorderly manner or at the wrong moment. Now, the interpretation is not going to come probably unless it was according to the will of God. And on this hypothesis, that makes sense why Paul's like, hey, if there's no interpretation, keep it to yourself and God. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, you can speak in tongues between you and God, but without interpretation, we don't see the Holy Spirit using this for the church right now. So now's not the time. So in that sense, it would be like a muscle you can engage when you choose, blesses your walk with God. Without interpretation, that's kind of the signal that the Holy Spirit is not directing that for the whole church at the moment. There would be my thoughts on that.